Hey guys, it's Rich Boy J here, back again with another video, and this is going to be episode 10 of Your Questions Answered. If you want your question to be answered in one of these videos, just post a comment in the comment section below. Make sure it's Lego, Star Wars, or Lego Star Wars related, and hopefully in the next episode you'll see it appear on these videos. So this time we're going to start off with a question by Drink Tea Lego. He says, so this is kind of obvious, because I kind of want to know what you're going to pick, but what do you prefer? Tea or coffee? I mean, come on, obvious, right? So this is actually a fun question that I thought I'd throw in here because it kind of would let you know a little bit about me. So to be totally honest, I'm gonna pick neither of them. I've actually never had coffee. I don't like the smell of it at all, and I'm not a real fan of tea. So yeah, I'm gonna go with neither of those things. Maybe that wasn't so obvious. So next question is by Henry. He says, what would you rather build next? Kashyyyk, Hoth, Camino, Jakku, Scarif, Theed Palace? I don't know why, but I can see you building the Theed Palace in the future. So, I guess I could build one of these next. I think the only thing I've announced so far is that I'm going to be building Vardos, but Garrett and I could do a collaboration on any of these things. Definitely won't be Scarif since we already did that. As if you just want me to kind of answer like which one I would enjoy building the most, I'm really feeling Kashyyyk out of this list. Kashyyyk would be a nice MOC to build just because I like the tropical aspects of it, similar to how Scarif has. I think that being able to throw in a lot of Republic vehicles would also be nice because I've never really gotten to do that. And we don't see this in a ton of contexts in the movies where you can have like turbo tanks and stuff like that. In fact, this is the only context in the movies where you could throw in turbo tanks, I guess, aside from Rogue One. Anyways, I'm going to go with Kashyyyk. That would actually be a really cool MOC to do. If I did do it, I honestly would want to have the Venator somehow incorporated in it. Maybe if it's not a full-size, or not, it would never be full-size. That'd be too ridiculous. But maybe if it's not like a full Venator, just like a big hangar portion of it, akin to how Battlefront 2 was implemented it, I think that'd be a really fun thing to do. And you know what? Here's a question for all of you guys. This is a series I've kind of been considering doing, and I think this question kind of is a good place to start. How would you guys feel about me doing a video series where I go through each Star Wars planet and I basically kind of explain like the MOC ability of the planet? It's essentially like, you know, if you wanted to build a MOC on this, how easy would it be given the Lego sets that are already out? Give you guys some ideas. A lot of people were always asking me, you know, what MOC should I do, or I want to do this, what should I put into it? And I think that'd be a cool way to just go through every Star Wars planet and then give you guys some ideas on MOCs you can do with them. So that's an idea for a series. I've been considering it, but this is a good place for me to ask you guys, what do you think about it? So definitely let me know. But yeah, answer your question, Henry. Kashyyyk is the one that I would want to do. Moving to the next question is by Jake Bosch. He says, have you ever thought about redoing your very first MOC? This is always a great question. We all start somewhere, and people are always asking me what my first MOC was, and it's so funny to give you guys a quick version of the story. Whenever I was kind of getting back into Lego Star Wars, I had found Brick Plumber's video, and he said he was going to be displaying it at Legoland Star Wars Days, which if you've been following my channel, you know that I literally just got back from there for I think the 4th time. So pretty amazing how that happens. But that was kind of my way of getting back into MOCs. I was like, oh, I want to go to Legoland Star Wars Days, which has a fan gallery where people like me who build MOCs at this point get to go and show off their creations, and they get to get in the park for free. So that's kind of what I did. I called my buddy over and I was like, hey, I know you like Lego. I like Lego too. I need to throw something together in like a few days to take to Legoland next week. So he came over, and I think I decided by this point that I wanted to build Padme's apartment from episodes 2 and 3. I think the context I had it in was episode 2, and I'm not really sure why this came to my mind. I think that I was kind of rediscovering my love of Lego Star Wars at this point, and two of my favorite figures at the time were the Anakin and Obi-Wan from episode 2 from the I forget, Bounty Hunter Pursuit, I think is the name of the set. So I really wanted to incorporate something with those 2 figures, and I thought, why not Padme's apartment? It'd be cool. So that's what I ended up building, and I didn't do a great job. In fact, here's a picture of it, and I've always considered, you know, if I'd go back and kind of redo it and make it better. And I honestly think I would. I think it'd be a cool homage to like my humble beginnings as a MOC maker. So I definitely could see myself going back and redoing that MOC, I would certainly want to make it kind of on a base of a taller building, just to make it look more like it's part of the building and not kind of its own thing. And then if I ever decided to do a big Coruscant MOC, that would certainly be something that I would incorporate into it. So it'd probably end up being a smaller scale in that kind of context, but nonetheless, it would be kind of an interesting thing to do. Could maybe even have like the elevator on the outside where Anakin and Obi-Wan are standing in it. So many cool things. I could also have, you know, updated figures in it as well. Who knows? Could happen at some point, but I would not hold my breath for a Rich Boy J Padme's apartment MOC part 2 coming anytime soon. But thanks for the question, Jake. Question number 4 is by Nils Gerloff. He says, do you maintain a brick set collection and is it publicly visible? Love what you do. Greetings from Germany. So I actually do. I keep most of the sets that I get, all the Star Wars sets, and then if I get some random sets and I think it's important enough to put on brick set, I will put it on my inventory. But yeah, all of that stuff I do keep in my brick set. I'm actually going to go ahead and drop a link in the comment section, so it should be the pinned comment on this video. If you guys want to see my Star Wars collection, you can comment on it. You can talk about how big or small you think the collection is, and if you guys have brick set links, go ahead and share them in the comment section as well. I'd love to see you guys' collection and kind of get an idea for what you're interested in building and purchasing. So yeah, that's kind of a fun thing to do. Let me know, guys. Moving on to the next question by Seth Dunley. He says, what would be your force powers if you were a Jedi or Sith? So this is a great question. It's kind of took me back to my days of playing Knights of the Old Republic, because this is kind of my biggest exposure to making decisions on whether I want to be a Jedi or a Sith and what powers I would want to have associated with it. And when you asked me this question, the first thing that came to my mind was the Force Lightning in that game. I forget, I think it's called like Force, like Lightning Storm or something like that. Essentially you like reach into the sky and you like have a radius of however many meters and you basically just use Force Lightning on everyone around you. That was always my favorite thing to do in the game, so that would definitely be my main power. I don't know why anyone would want anything else. You know, it's not exhausting at all. You can just, you know, electrocute whoever you want to do. There's obviously the problem if someone comes up behind you and throws you over a cliff, but that's why you use the Force Storm instead of the normal Force Lightning, because the Force Storm has a radius around you instead of just attacking the person in front of you. So clearly I'm a better Sith Lord than Palpatine. That's something to think about. Moving on to the next question. It's by Cool Jesus. He says, how long do you plan on keeping Crate when it's done after the convention? Will you be using the parts for another mod? Absolutely. Crate is going to get destroyed pretty much immediately after Brick Fiesta. Got more plans for those parts. We put so many parts and money into that MOC, and once we're done with that thing, we need our parts back because we got other stuff to build. So it'll be a very great journey moving forward to it, but I'm at this point super excited to just get it finished and then move on to other things. You know, you've been working on a project for so long, other things start kind of getting in your head and you're like, oh, I want to do that, I want to do that, but I gotta stay focused on this. So kind of having the freedom after that to be able to work on some other things I've been having in my mind. I'm definitely looking forward to that. And yeah, Kurt's gonna have to go. Moving on to the last question by Forever Lego Studios. He says, hey Jay, my question is, what is your favorite Lego MOC that isn't pertaining to Star Wars? I would like to know some non-Star Wars MOCs you like. Also, can't wait to meet you and Garrett at Brickworld. Can't wait to meet you at Brickworld as well, man. So my favorite non-Star Wars MOC, I actually had to think pretty hard about this because obviously Lego Star Wars is what I do. And I think I went ahead and picked out 3 MOCs that I feel are good non-Star Wars related MOCs. The first one is this Spider-Man MOC. I really like it because I feel it just sets the scene for like Spider-Man action so well, and it inspired me to want to build my own Spider-Man MOC. I think that if I did do some sort of Lego city, I would certainly want to have some kind of New York based city area of it where there'd be something going down with Spider-Man. So I really did like that MOC. The second one is actually one from a very long time ago. At this point, it's not the most technically sound MOC. You know, it was made very long ago, but this was one of the first MOCs that I actually saw that just blew me away. It was my first real exposure to like a large scale MOC. I remember stumbling upon it on the website brickshelf.com, old Lego website where people would post their creations, and I was just blown away by the size of this thing. And once again, this thing inspired me when I was younger to build my own yacht MOC. So this is a Seaborn Fantasy And I actually recently contacted the creator just to, let him know that I got a great MOC, and it really inspired me to build when I was younger, and definitely left an impression on me moving forward in my Lego building career. And then the last one is actually a fairly recent one that I am just in love with, and it's not even done yet. It's a city currently being created by Rubric. If you guys don't know about them, check them out. They have a YouTube, and they also have an Instagram page. I don't think they're as active with the Lego stuff on the YouTube, but the Instagram, they upload plenty of pictures of their city, and they're just employing so many wonderful building techniques that I'm just in love with this MOC. I think that if I wasn't going really hardcore into building Star Wars MOCs, I'd definitely be building Lego City types of things, and I'd want to have my own big, giant Lego city. So if it's not Star Wars, Lego City is kind of what I default to. And then there's like the yacht thrown in there just because it was my first exposure to a large scale MOC. So hopefully that showed you guys some cool things you didn't see before. And those are my favorite non-Star Wars related MOCs. So that's going to finish up the video today, guys. Of course, if I want your question answered on this series, go ahead, drop a comment in the comment section. Make sure it's Lego Star Wars or Lego Star Wars related. And if it's great, we'll put it in the video and you'll see it next week or some other week in the series. Like I always say, guys, if you like what I do, go ahead and support the video by hitting the like button and support the channel by hitting the subscribe button. And I will be back again very soon with some great content. I actually do have an announcement for this week. So tomorrow we're going to do another Crate live stream. We're going to be resuming them since we took a little hiatus whenever we went to our last convention. But that's out of the way. Lego and Star Wars Day is out of the way. Resuming the streams is going to be a great time. I'm going to be working on the inside of the cave, so there's going to be rooms being built up. It's going to be a great time, and you guys will get to see a really fresh look at something we haven't really worked a ton of so far on the Crate MOC. So definitely want to tune in for that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.